Hey, Planeteers, it's me, Kevin. I'm back with another Suns Planet podcast post game reaction. And today we are going to look at last night's matchup against the Portland Trail Blazers. And as we know, the Suns won that one 103 to 97. The Suns currently they are 5-1 in the Western Conference. In the Western Conference, good for second place. They are first in the Pacific Division. As you can see, Oklahoma City Thunder is off to a hot start, 6-0. But we are virtually tied with the Golden State Warriors. So there. About last night, it was not a pretty game. As as they would say, both teams actually were just shooting or shot poorly, I should say. Blazers shot 30%, while the Suns 27 and a half in the first half. The late outburst by the Blazers, they used that to take the lead at halftime. They led by four at halftime. But then again, third quarter, the trend is that we're seeing is that this is going to be a third quarter team. Right now, the Suns in their last uh, two games or three games, they are scoring 36.3 points in that third quarter. That's first in the league in those last two or three games, and they are eighth overall in scoring the basketball in third quarters this year on these six games. So yeah, fourth quarter when the fourth quarter started, Suns came crashing back down to earth and can't buy a bucket, which is the main reason why the Blazers was able to climb down or climb into this lead and almost tying it up at the end of the regulation with that Booker turnover, and thankfully, that guy missed the lay-in. So just something that I have noticed in the past two or three games is the slow starts of the Suns. Of course, they are being bailed out by their third quarter scoring. But is that going to be really sustainable? I don't know. But it shows you the good and the somehow negative, right? So the Suns, during those two games or these past two games, we know what the power of their offense are, what they can do, what they are capable of doing to teams. But what if, let's say they face a team like let's say, I don't know, Oklahoma City Thunder, and they shot poorly or they shoot poorly on that game or in that game, and just be buried. Will they have enough to mount a comeback? You know, because those types of teams, Oklahoma, Denver, they are high-powered offense as well. So to me, I would really like to see the Suns, pick up the slack on that one and fix that. Same goes with the turnovers that we see oftentimes during the KD only minutes when Tyus Jones sits, Devin Booker sits, and as well as Bradley Beal. It looks like it's looking or it's lacking or the offense during those periods. You know, they lack cohesiveness, and it's just KD moving the ball around or isolating and ending up turning it over. So I'd like to have them that or have the coaching staff fix that as well. Not just me, but all of us, all of us fans. But I'm pretty confident with every with all the adjustments that Coach Bud has done in games. It's really impressive. That's why we have this kind of record early in the season. So yeah, let's go over the stats real quick. Devin Booker led the team again with 28 points. Not an efficient one, but it got the job done. Because, like I said, both teams just shot poorly, really poorly in the in this game. KD added 21, excuse me, and Beal with 15 points. I'm just a little concerned with Beal, especially or when I saw that free throws that he took late in the game. It was kind of grimacing. I don't know if it's his wrist or his shoulder, but we might see him in the injury report later today. Um, Grayson Allen had his best game of the year so far with 18 points. That touches back, but to me, the highlight was, losing the shoe on the defensive end, or on the first offensive set, and then going back down in defense. Um, with a shoe off, and then tying the shoe up, running back down to offense, and hitting that three. That's my favorite moment of GA in this game. Tyus Jones as well. If he's hitting shots, it's gonna take this offense um, to the next level. He had 15 points, also his season high for last night's game. And going over to the Blazers side, Grant and Simmons led the way with 20 points apiece, and Aiton, the former Suns number one overall pick, had 10 points and 13 rebounds. So that's about it for the stats. The next game for the against the Blazers, against the Blazers is on the 2nd of February. So it's going to be a while before we see these players again. And next game for the Suns is this Monday, 11:15 Eastern time, against the Philadelphia 76ers. And Joel Embiid, we all know what happened yesterday. Looks like he got nabbed. I don't want to say nabbed, but he was in police custody after shoving or a physical altercation with a reporter because of some stuff that he wrote. So watch out for Hammo's pre-game show on that game, or for that game. And I just want to remind all of you as well that we had a live show yesterday or last night. We talked about the last week's games of the Suns, where the Suns were 3-0. All right, and I want to remind you folks again that if you have extra pocket, or not extra pocket, but extra change in your pocket, you may go ahead and donate. In Brightside Night, just go to suns.com/brightside and send a kid to a Suns game only for $15. I believe that will be against the Hawks this season. So yeah, it's a season of giving, guys. And if you like our content, or the content that we're putting out there, don't forget to buy us some beer, buy some coffee, pizza, whatever we want. Again, it's season of giving. So yeah, thank you very much all for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next game, or for the next pod reaction of the Philadelphia Sixers against the Suns. You guys have a good one over there. Stay safe and be kind to each other.